Ever since the 7 young adults and teens were arrested for Preston Lord's murder, they were all given a $1 million bond. And you've been asking since then, why isn't Talyn Renner bailing out? Well, yesterday, Talyn Vigil bailed out. He is now out of prison or jail. He is the first and only of the 7 to get out. And since Talyn Vigil posted bond, the discussion about Talyn Renner and why he might be in has come up again and again, so we will talk about that. But first, what does it mean that Talyn Vigil posted bond? It means either he and his family raised $100,000 that they're never going to get back, that they gave to a bail bondsman, and the bail bondsman then put up the rest of the $1 million bond, and he got out that way, or collectively, his family and friends collectively put together $1 million that they pledged for bond. And that is refundable. They will get all of it back as long as Talyn doesn't leave the state and doesn't flee before trial. He also has electronic ankle monitoring while he's out so that they know where he's at all times. Now back to the question of why Talyn Renner hasn't been bailed out. Certainly his parents can come up with $100,000 and have $1 million in hard assets that they could pledge to get Talyn out. Why wouldn't they? It's likely a strategic move, likely. So usually in prison, before you are convicted, counts towards your sentencing. So he's spending time right now in juvenile detention. That is the most pleasant conditions that he could be spending in terms of incarceration. That could be one reason. Another possibility is that his parents may fear for his safety out of jail and may feel like he is safer in jail. It's possible. They may fear that he could be a risk to himself, either through a drug overdose, accidentally or intentionally. They may have made the decision for that reason. To me, this would be a tough call as a parent if I were in this situation where somehow one of my children was facing life in prison. I would think that I would do everything in my power to put together the money to get them out on bond, because it may be the very last time that they spend with their family if they are looking at spending life in prison. But obviously this is an incredibly individual decision. We don't know all the factors. We don't know everything that is at play. So if this were you, and forget for a minute the actual crime that we're talking about, forget like how we feel about how we want these children and young men punished. If your child were facing life in prison and you had the ability to bail them out, would you?